From the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8.
Now, the latest news.
Kylie Conway has the latest news. The top headlines. News you can use.
Please stand by.
Sponsored by LCS Heating and Cooling. Now, here's Wish TV's Kylie Conway.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is the News 8 Daily 8 for Monday, November 8th. Going to be a gorgeous fall day, even warmer than yesterday, with a high of 67 in Indianapolis. A little breezy in the afternoon, but my goodness, if you don't have outside plans, it would be a good idea to make some if you can. And at 1 o'clock this morning, there was a deadly shooting at the Butler Terrace housing complex on the east side. IMPD tells us that officers found the victim on their second visit in about a half hour.
30 minutes before this run came out, officers were dispatched here on a shots fired call. They came in the complex and didn't find anything, but this individual was way back off the beaten path. I mean, you wouldn't even seen him from the parking lot, and there was no direct area that was called in. We get a lot of shots fired in this complex anyway.
No word of any suspects so far. Officers say investigators will likely return to the area later today to check for cameras that could have helpful video. Police are working to solve a deadly shooting that happened downtown on a busy Sunday afternoon. IMPD says it happened just before 5 at the Five Guys restaurant on East Washington Street. The man was taken to the hospital in critical condition but died. According to officers who were there at the scene, they tell us that a person of interest is in custody. This morning, it's not clear what led up to the shooting. America's borders are back open to vaccinated travelers from around the world. The government's lifting the pandemic travel ban from more than 30 countries. Port Authority officials say the reopening will make for full flights and long lines. Delta says it's seen a 450% increase in international bookings in the 6 weeks since the reopening was announced. At midnight, the U.S. government lifted the pandemic travel ban from more than 30 countries. International visitors will need to show proof of vaccination and a recent negative COVID test with some exceptions. It's been more than a year and a half since the U.S. border has been open for non-essential travel from countries like Brazil, China, India, South Africa, and the U.K., a lot of Europe. Airlines are still adjusting and continue to bring back employees and aircraft sidelined because of the pandemic. The first lawsuit has been filed against rapper Travis Scott, as well as organizers of the Astroworld Music Festival. The plaintiff says organizers made the conscious decision to let the show go on during Scott's festival despite risks. A vigil happened over the weekend in Texas to honor the victims. At least 8 people died and dozens more were injured Friday evening. Today, police are piecing together evidence to get the full story of Friday's events. As Britt Conway reports, the investigation is in its early stages, but police want to find out how this happened and how it could have been prevented.
Astroworld, a 2-day music festival headlined and organized by rapper Travis Scott, with tens of thousands of people packed in to party. Now, a criminal investigation after the crowd surged toward the stage, crushing people up front.
There was just nowhere to go and no air to breathe.
There were pleas to stop the concert.
I was right next to a pretty strong chair of stop the show and help us.
Dozens were hurt and at least 8 people were killed. But how did this happen?
That's the question that we're working feverishly to determine. We want to look at every single detail, looking at the site plans, the security plans, talking with the producers of this concert, Live Nation.
One concert goer who says he was knocked down and trampled filed a lawsuit against Travis Scott, entertainment company Live Nation, and concert promoter Scoremore, among others, saying they, quote, made the conscious decision to let the show go on despite the extreme risks of harm to concert goers, pointing to people being trampled in a stampede through the gate earlier in the day, along with incidents at other Travis Scott concerts. He says he's in shock, too.
I'm honestly just devastated.
I'm Britt Conway, reporting.
The Biden administration is deciding when and where to sign the infrastructure bill into law. House approval of the bill late last week ends months of wrangling, with the final version settling in at $1.2 trillion. The House vote was not straight down party lines. 13 Republicans voted for it, 6 Democrats against it. The Sunday morning talk shows press the administration on lingering criticisms of the bill.
I mean, we're making investments in a bunch of things, and we have a very diverse country.
And there are many things that are important to aspects of the American population that you may not think is important. But overall, this bill is an investment in our infrastructure, bringing down temporary inflationary pressures and creating jobs all at the same time while investing in our environment.
President Biden heads to Baltimore this week to talk about supply chain help offered in the bill. Baltimore is one of America's biggest cargo ports. Elon Musk's Twitter followers say he should sell billions of dollars of Tesla stock. Musk posted a poll Saturday asking if he should sell, and more than 3.5 million people voted. 57% said yes. Musk's move was clearly a response to the debate over how much billionaires should pay in taxes. Musk draws no salary through Tesla, so he pays little or no income tax. But a stock sale would make him liable for roughly $4 billion in taxes. Musk claimed he would sell if the poll results said he should. No word yet if or when he will follow through. The NBA launches a vaccine booster push. The league's recommending all players, coaches, and referees get another COVID shot when eligible. The NBA describes the situation as more urgent for those who got the Johnson & Johnson version. Under the plan, those who are vaccinated but choose not to get a booster will face testing on game days starting as soon as next month. Tensions escalate in Baghdad following a failed assassination attempt on Iraq's prime minister. This morning, troops and patrols are being deployed. It comes one day after drones targeted the prime minister's residence. Security forces were able to down 2 out of 3 drones. Right now, one group is claiming responsibility for the attack. The prime minister is calling for calm and restraint from everyone and describes the attempt as cowardly. To China, where experts say new satellite images show training facilities for possible conflict with America. The images are from a Colorado-based company called Maxar Technologies. The U.S. Naval Institute says the pictures show mock-ups of American warships, specifically an aircraft carrier and a destroyer. The Naval Institute is a nonprofit that brings national defense issues to light. Military experts note that China's Navy has been concentrating its ships in the South China Sea, where the U.S. Navy also has a large presence. Testimony resumes as we enter week 2 of the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse. Jason Lekowski will take the stand this week. Rittenhouse is charged with shooting Lekowski and killing 2 others during last summer's protest in Kenosha. Numerous videos from the August night were played for jurors during the first week of the trial. They also heard from various witnesses and loved ones of the people who died. National voices are now echoing a warning we first reported from Indiana leaders. Keeping your home warm this summer will be more expensive. Experts say natural gas and heating oil will be pricier than any other time in the last several years. Many are calling on the president to order a release from the strategic oil reserve to help with fuel prices. The energy secretary says the problems trace back to the pandemic. Natural gas has more than doubled so far this year, and experts warn it could get pricier if it's a very cold winter and demand rises. Moms and babies at Riley Hospital for Children are in a new facility this morning. IU Health opened its new maternity tower yesterday, moving patients over from IU Methodist. The health system says the facility has 116 beds, making it the largest NICU in the state. Riley says 500 people helped with the transfer. Along with staff, Riley says 12 moms and 31 babies made the move too. Indiana picks up a road win. The Pacers beat the Kings in Sacramento 94-91 last night. Karis LeVert led with 22 points. 4 others scored in double digits. Fans will be happy to see that the Pacers sealed it with a defensive play, swiping an inbounds pass with time running down. Then next up, another road game out west against the Denver Nuggets. Then they play the Jazz before coming home. Caesars Entertainment is expanding one of its Indiana casinos. The expansion at Harrah's Hoosier Park in Anderson will include more slot machines, a new restaurant, and a new drive-through area for valet parking. An Anderson zoning board approved the estimated $34 million project. Groundbreaking is expected for next April. The project will take between 13 and 15 months. Today, leaf pickup starts in Indianapolis. Crews will take up to 40 bags each week on your regular trash day. DPW asks you to use plastic bags instead of paper ones because paper can break down when it gets wet. And keep the leaf bags at least 3 feet away from your trash cart. Collection ends December 3rd. Butler Blue IV will not go into the Mascot Hall of Fame next year, but Blue won the public vote by a landslide, according to Blue's official Twitter account. The tweet thanked fans for voting and said that the executive committee has the most say in naming the inductees. Southpaw from the Chicago White Sox and Globey from the Harlem Globetrotters made the cut. Southpaw debuted in June of 2004, has appeared in 17 MLB All-Star games, and at President Obama's 2009 inauguration. Globey has been around since 1993, and the induction ceremony is set for June 11th. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway, online at wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
The News 8 Daily 8 is sponsored by LCS Heating and Cooling. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast, The News 8 Daily 8 with Kylie Conway. And be sure to discover even more great podcasts now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.